Alright there. Good old mate Yorkie here. In another episode of My Humble Opinion. We'll have a look at the games on the Humble Monthly Choice Bundle. Sometimes another bundle too. This one, Chicken Police Paint It Red. It sounded bloody hilarious. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Seeing if it's going to come to the channel. Let's dive in, shall we? Now, since it's a narrative, if I like it, I won't be going that far. I mean, if I don't like it, I won't eat it. Because if I like it, I'm going to want to think on
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too.
Chicken Police, don't get tender about it.
Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement. What could possibly go wrong?
Right, let's get in there. Oh dear. Literally.
Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away.
Oh my.
Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a...
Give her a chance. Oh, I've got typewriters, a pile of papers. We've got all kinds of things to look at. Let's have a look. Let's have a chat with her, though.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident
you here,
I came
didn't
to
he?
you.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one, and it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Huh. Thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
So come
Indeed.
on, spill it from the beginning.
I can't take a job. Just tell me what it is. Wonderful. Okay.
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats exactly?
It's a very
Mistress?
strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift.
Okay.
Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And
That jumped
finally,
suddenly.
they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
Blood?
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
Who is this dame, anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
Focus on what you know about the subject. Is he or she suspicious? Concentrate on that. Okay. Subject John Doe. Gather impressions from subject. Every impression has a new question line. Okay. Detective Meter is your best friend. Shows how well the questioning is going. Keep it on the positive side.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
Okay. February Ibanez. I must be cautious and smart. This didn't. Okay, I've seen that. Right.
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
Right. Doubtful.
You're not very confident. Are you sure you're all right?
Yes, excuse me. I'm just a bit nervous. I've never done anything like this before.
Breaking into the apartments of strangers isn't that big a deal. Some people do it as a hobby.
Please don't make fun of me, Mr. Featherland. This is hard for me
wouldn't have
as
gone
it
there,
is.
no.
You're right. Sorry.
That dropped down. No, that's douchey.
Did you come alone? All by yourself?
I took the subway, then the tram, and then I walked. It wasn't easy to find this place, and to be honest, I had to be discreet.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm starting to get the picture.
This is quite unpleasant for me.
Yeah, it seems it. Well, that went up again. That might be a bit pushy. I don't know. It might also be useful. No, that's insulting.
Were you born and raised in Clawville?
Why do you ask?
I couldn't think of anything better.
Well, I'm not from around here. I'm from Grassmore.
Small talk. I
Maybe
thought.
you could hear I have a slight accent. Do you know where it is?
Where what is?
Grassmore, of course. You just asked.
Oh, that. Don't worry about it. I'm not interested.
Oh, bloody
Do you
hell!
like to play with other animals?
Oh, for the wild ones. Am I that transparent?
I'm afraid so.
Well, I'm a little rusty, it seems. Let's-
Okay, I tried to make small talk, and that was bad.
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
How so?
Miss Natasha is
Big person,
afraid.
okay.
She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question.
All right. Frightened and hiding something.
What do you want from me?
Me?
Oh, don't be silly, Deborah. I mean your employer. I was just talking to myself.
Well, Miss Katsenko thinks you're a great detective, and you're also reliable. That's why I came.
Did she also give you the lockpick?
Please, could you let this go? I'm really embarrassed.
Sorry, sweetheart. I'm just teasing you. As soon as I saw you, you were forgiven.
Oh,
That's
God.
that's very nice of you.
It
That's
has nothing to
douchebag.
do with being nice, Deborah, but
I
you're
told you.
welcome.
Alright, that went up.
Don't you think this whole...
Look, Santino, I'll explain everything.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other. If you won't come...
But, Mr. Featherland,
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm way too old for this game.
please, just think again. For me and my mistress's sake.
Okay, that shrank it down.
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Heh, smart answer. Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him,
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Well, I got 4. Decent cop. Oh well. Not perfect. That's how you do it, Pat. Not quite like the old times, but you've still got it. Alright, we'll break there, because I think this is decent enough that I might just ping the channel. I'm thinking about it as a game. Gameplay, 3 out of 10. There is literally just clicking. That's all the gameplay is. There is no gameplay there, really. It's a narrative. It just selects options. Graphics work perfectly for it. They're not top of the line, but they're really good. I'm going to give it 9. Voiceover's 10. I love it. Scripting, for characterization, I'll set aside from that a little bit. I think it's a bit overdone, so I'm going to give it 7. Graphics overall, I'll give them an 8. They're good enough. And sound, music and sound effects, from what I've seen, I'll give them an 8 as well. World building, yeah, give that an 8, maybe even a 9. It looks decent. Storyline, I'll give that a 7. It looks like it's trying too hard in some places. The other reason I want to put the gameplay down at 3 instead of say a 4 or 5. It's a problem with this kind of game is sometimes when you're clicking on an option, it's giving you things that you're saying that you would never say, or you weren't intending to say, but they assume it's a follow-up because they're reading the option different to you are. Alright. Overall, I'll give this, what I've seen so far, a 7 or an 8, probably an 8. Now, is it worth $1.50? Does it cover its slot? Oh, absolutely. Is it worth $12? Does it cover the month? I think so. It looks decent. It looks like it's definitely playable. So a budget game, yeah, absolutely, it's worth the price. So far. Add to that, is there any point in you asking to bring it to channel? And will I bring it to channel myself? I'm not sure I'm bringing it myself at this point. It looks a little bit overdone at times, but it's got a decent chance of coming. So regarding you asking for it, if there's anyone out there who wants to see this, just drop a comment and I'll make sure it comes. Possibly straight after I finish Black Book, whenever that is, or possibly further down the line. Oh, there you are. Chicken Police. Looks good. Looks like it's trying too hard in some places. but it looks decent enough. See you on.